Secretary Pate, Governor Kim Reynolds recently re-enfranchised tens of thousands of Iowans with felony convictions, except there are some exceptions for certain crimes. How does this executive order mitigate or resolve some of those issues with the felon voting database? And how do you ensure that all of those Iowans who are newly allowed to vote, that they can actually do it?
Well, we're working with the Department of Corrections and the courts to make sure those folks are successful again in being able to vote. We are reaching out to various groups as well. We just met with the NAACP last week. We're adjusting actually even the voter registration forms to be more in line with what we're being asked to do. We're looking at about 35,000 names that the Department of Corrections will be providing us, that we will be cross-checking to make sure as much best we can that they still live here, that they're still alive, and that they're going to be successful in that endeavor. We'll be giving the county auditors before Election Day a current list in regards to that as well. And we'll work with the various outreach groups to make sure they have the tools to communicate to these felons that they do have the right to vote now.
You mentioned giving them, the county auditors, a list, but like I mentioned, that list was riddled with errors, which caused some people to not trust that list. So how do you ensure that that's resolved and that there is going to be no duplications, people who are wrongly on that list, to make sure that they are guaranteed the right to vote?
Well, it's a little bit like apples and oranges here. We're talking about two different lists. The list that had the errors and the challenges, we spent the last 6 to 9 months roughly going through. That was 90,000 names that we spent an extensive amount of time personally going through each and every one of those. The list that dealing with the governor's executive order is only about 35,000 names, and I don't want to get caught in the weeds here, but that's the crucial list. And the Department of Corrections are giving us that list, and we're cross-checking it against their Social Security numbers. We're not getting into addresses. That's a whole nother game, but the auditors will definitely know that Joe Smith with a certain Social Security number has been cleared and should be able to vote.